What's up, YouTube family? It's your girl Cali Vibes 213 back with another installment of the USC College Football 26 Dynasty. It is week 12, rivalry week. The Battle of Los Angeles is here with bragging rights and the victory bell on the line. USC has held the victory bell for the past 3 seasons, but this year feels a little different. UCLA is sitting at the top of the Big Ten, and this matchup has huge playoff implications. A win tonight would not only boost our college football playoff chances, but also keep our hopes alive for a possible conference championship appearance and a first-round bye. This is one of the biggest games of the season, so with all that being said, let's get into this game. If you made it this far, please like, comment, and subscribe. The love and support is truly appreciated dearly, and as always, stay blessed.
The battle for Los Angeles. Both of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the USC Trojans, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Trojans will kick it off to get us underway. Coming out with it, it's Westbrook. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So UCLA's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Last season, the battle for the victory bell was a classic, and SC pulled out a tight one.
That's right, and Fight On has had a year of bragging rights and telling UCLA, remember who runs this thing. This is us, okay? We take care of business now. UCLA gets to do something about it.
You're right, David. And I think UCLA is a team that takes a lot of pride in mental toughness, and they admitted to us that in last year's game, they just weren't able to make the plays they needed to make when it mattered most. They want to turn the script. They want to do a better job dialing in this game to get a win over their cross-city rival.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds a spot in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. Dropping back, it's Abear. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Trojans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned defensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Man, I really love the way this guy looks when he's toting the rock. You think about all the high school kids out there who dream about one day donning a USC jersey and being the starting running back for the Trojans. There's so much competition, not just in the state of California, but nationally, to come to this school and be the guy, to be RB1. He's on the field for a reason. This guy is unique. He's got speed and vision. What a weapon.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting into the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do.
Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Caught in the backfield, it's Casey. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Throws for the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The Bruins decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Corrals it at the 45. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Takes a handoff and he's going right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. The give to the tailback. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
He'll keep it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Trojans are threatening in the red zone. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter.
He's going for the goal line, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. BYU has the lead right now, but this Lavelle Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Kansas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be... Oh, he's got some space! And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Bruins!
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Not a chance he lets that one go. He's bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Wants to go up top on first down. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The option look. He'll toss it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely no...
Wide open spaces. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They're not only ready to fight on, they're ready to deliver knockout punches with plays like that.
And they typically are, and it's typically Hollywood scripts, right? Just beautiful playmakers, big bodies.
Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Finding open areas. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this first down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Trojans!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Westbrook. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Looking for a man. It's Abear. Bringing the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet. He's got it all right. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the run, fires downfield. Finds a man on the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. The Bruins started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Hebert. On a little time, lets it go. Finds us back in the middle. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Going for 6. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Here's the handoff. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 20. After picking up 1.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
He's going to take off. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Under fire. Turns it loose deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Bray. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Hebert. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll leave it with him. On the move at the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by a field goal over Kansas State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 Clash of the Titans. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to pass. It's Hebert. Got his man downfield. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To the air on 1st down. Unleashes it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Casey. Gets it inside the 40. Brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Good right down the boulevard. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun 1st half between these rivals. And talk about a 1st half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on this. Breaks into the open. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can out.
Got enough space. Touchdown, USC. And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that.
UCLA 13.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Looking to throw, it's Abear. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gonna run it, it's Gray. They believe in that running game, got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Bruins will punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. On the option. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And the Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. Now on the option. Now the toss. Looking for room at the 30. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Trojans have their offense in high gear. They'll try the right side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with second and 13. Wants to go up top. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Obviously, this quarterback is a huge part of their rushing attack, and you've seen that early in this game. He's been very, very productive running the ball. Sometimes it's design, and sometimes it's on scrambles like what you just saw, but with his speed, he makes it so difficult on a defense.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And the beatdown has ensued. USC stretches out that lead, and not too far in the distance, they're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in LA.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to execute, and right now they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Got his man quickly. Across the 35, out of bounds on the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Bear. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Running behind that left side. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. And the Trojans come to the line needing just inches for the 1st down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Good work up front to get that 1st down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool, and the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool, it's fun to find out about, and these guys out here are learning on the job about it.
Yeah, it's just really such a point of pride, the victory bell. Not just here in the city of Los Angeles, but to these kids, there's just a different energy in this game.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
This quarterback struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the 1st half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
quarterback will be slowed down back at the 43. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Can't connect on his first throw.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Leaves it with the back. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. To the air, it's Hebert. Got it behind the line, it's Casey. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Clears the pressure. He wants it all. Touchdown, UCLA! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's a game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Trojans are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Fowler. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
You know, it's interesting. At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it. 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Pocket breaking down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup. And the Trojans will snap it on first and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
What I like about this running back is he can do it different ways. He can hurt you running between the tackles. He's got great vision, but he's also got a lot of speed. And I love the fact that this offense can go option. They can trust the quarterback to make the right decision, pitch it out to him wide, and then you see the speed. There's so many different ways in the running game. This guy can hurt you, and you saw it right there on that long, explosive play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Pitt is ahead early in the Steel City, but that's not exactly Tony Dorsett out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Wake Forest. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Card in the backfield. It's Briggs.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Hebert. Unloads it left. Found a seam. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. It's a pretty good day.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the clamps down.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. Rides the back on the option, the give. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Right on the money. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
Find my match matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
And he made the extra point without problem.
And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys with the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on them.
This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run the option. The pitch. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Here on 3rd down, will they go back to the running game? Here comes the option. Quick toss. And some room to work. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. He gets enough for the 1st down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Trojans have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? They believe they can run right here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking for a crease, it's Roach. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, USC.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans! And the pummeling has started. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Back to throw, it's Hebert. He'll take a shot. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Back in 1939, USC first stole the victory bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. That will put the wrap on.
Fight on. We are USC. Trojans win 49-27 over UCLA in the Rose Bowl. Great defense and great offense tonight. We stuck to the game plan, played physical football, and took what was ours in rivalry week. The victory bell stays in Los Angeles with USC once again. Game stats for tonight: 35 first downs, 535 total yards, 80 total plays, 6.7 yards per play. Rushing attack: 60 attempts, 431 rushing yards, 7 rushing touchdowns. Passing: 6 of 20 passing, 104 passing yards, 5.2 yards per pass. The ground game completely controlled this matchup from start to finish, and the defense stepped up when we needed them most. Huge win for USC as we continue fighting for a spot in the Big Ten Championship and the college football playoff. If you made it this far, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. The support means everything, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. Fight on.